Hey, what's up guys? Jakey here. Today we're going to be going over the best settings for the Razer Viper V4 Pro. So let's get straight into it here. The Viper V4 Pro does support Razer's web-based software, meaning that you don't have to install Razer Synapse onto your computer, which is great. But in order to actually get it working with the web-based software, you do want to make sure that you're on the latest firmware for the Viper V4. So all you want to do is just open up Google and then type in Viper V4 Pro firmware, and then click on the first link by Razer support. And inside of here, this will vary depending on when you're watching this video. But for me, this is the latest firmware that came out on March 24th, which is the release date of the Viper. And you're just going to want to click the link here to download the firmware. And as you can see, it's going to download here. You're going to click on it to open it. And then it's going to launch this little updater here. You're just going to click next. And you're going to update both the mouse and the wireless USB dongle. And you're just going to want to follow the steps on the screen. Obviously, I'm on the latest version here, so I can't actually update this at all. But yeah, it's going to tell you to connect your mouse and your dongle, and it's just going to update your stuff. So really straightforward. After you've made sure that you're on the latest firmware, then you're going to go over to the Razer web-based software, which is just synapse.razer.com. I'll leave a link to this in the description below so you can click on it really easily. But inside of here, you're probably going to have to click add a device, and then you're just going to select your Viper V4 Pro and click connect. And it's going to pop up right here. After that, you just want to click into it. And then now this is where we can change everything. On the first tab here, this is just your general remapping. This is completely personal preference. I don't touch anything here at all. And then down here, you can change what the dongle actually shows on the LEDs. The only things I do is connection quality and battery level, and then I leave the third one off. But obviously you can do whatever you want here. Next, you're going to head down to performance, and this is going to be the main tab we're looking at. Okay, for sensitivity here, this is mainly personal preference. Technically, on paper, higher DPIs will be able to saturate higher polling rates, and also higher DPIs have less pixel skipping. But honestly, anything 800 or above is fine. Just use whatever feels comfortable for you on the desktop. For me, that's 1600. I just got used to it. And then for polling rate, this is a big one here. The max you should go is 2000 hertz polling rate. Anything above 2000 hertz polling rate is a gimmick and honestly has more negative consequences than positive. If you want a really in-depth video going over this, Kimmy made a really good video on this, and I will leave a link to his video in the description below if you want an in-depth breakdown on why high polling rate is bad. But 2000 hertz polling rate is the sweet spot, and that's the max you want to go. Moving on to the power tab, I don't touch anything in here. This is all default. For wireless power saving, it's on 5 minutes, and then low power mode on 30. And then for the fourth tab here, for calibration, I play on low tracking distance. This is something that you might want to mess around with depending on the surface of your pad. For example, if you're using like a glass mouse pad, you might have some issues with the low tracking distance. So in that case, you might want to try medium or high. But as a general rule of thumb, you just want to keep this on low. And if you have issues with the sensor tracking on your surface, then you can mess around with this. And then finally, for the advanced tab, I would not mess around with anything in here. Dynamic sensitivity is basically mouse acceleration, which some people do use, but for most people, you're going to want to leave dynamic sensitivity off. And then rotation as well, I would leave off. This is basically if you grip your mouse at an angle, it will compensate to make sure that when you swipe left or right, the angle is compensated for and it will straighten out the sensor for you. But honestly, there's really no need for this. You can just get used to the mouse. And this is especially important to leave off if you like switching mice a lot. All right, last but not least, you want to open up your control panel and then type in mouse. Click on change mouse settings and then go over to pointer options and make sure that enhance pointer precision is disabled. After that, just click OK. This will turn off any mouse acceleration that Windows introduces. And that's pretty much it. Those are the best settings for the Razer Viper V4 Pro. If this helped, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.